husband was in which branch?
He was in the U.S. Army.
U.S. Army. And what years did he start?
He started before he was with me. So I think he started in '84.
When did you guys connect?
In 1988. So I was out at a bar actually with my brother. Mark was out with some friends. He had just come home from Germany and he was on leave. And there was a song actually, it was actually very funny. There was a song called Highway to the Danger Zone. It was a Tom Cruise movie from Top Gun.
Yeah.
And I wanted to dance. So my brother stood up, who danced like a chicken. And I said, all you have to do, Louie, is stand there and dance. Okay, like just stand there so I can dance. So Mark's friend actually at the table made an obnoxious comment, okay? But once we sat down, Mark came over and he said, oh, you dance really nice. And I said, well, we have shots lined up. You want to have a shot with us? And he said, yeah. Like he turned around, his friends had all gone. And there was that. I told him, I said, don't tell me you're going to call me if you're not going to call me, okay? So he says, no, I'll call you when I get home. So he called me, he said, you know, left a message. This is my parents' phone number if you want to go out tonight. So I met his parents. It was just, you know, he's adopted.
Yeah.
And then it was just his parents. And Mark said specifically, like he wanted somebody who had a family. I mean, he wanted a big family. We went out all the time. Like we went out with my sister and brother-in-law. We went out with my brother and his girlfriend. So we were actually, he was very much a part of everybody right away.
Got it. So it really clicked very quickly.
Right. Mark was in town for 2 weeks, and except for one time that he went out with his buddies, every night we went out.
Right. So he really had time to spend together and get to know not only you, but your family and that whole scene.
Yeah, you know, I tell you honestly, I don't know how much that plays a part to almost the negative. I think he would have understood that my family was a very important part of me.
Right.
I said, you know, I've lived in Chicago all my life. And I've had the same friends for 24 years. And I'm around my siblings. So I said, family is very important to me. And to pick up and leave, I have to have a good reason to leave, you know, because I really felt that. So as we talked, I said to him, you know, I really feel like before we would get engaged, we should discuss it. This is not a lifestyle for me.
Right.
Because I really knew that I was very attached to my family and my friends. And, you know, I was concerned about that. We weren't even married. He had 6 months of an order to go to Fort Hood. Okay. So part of the reason why we married on the base was because he was concerned that like next of kin, like they notify information then to his parents. They would not give information to me because I didn't have any official role.
Right.
That meant that I couldn't access any support on the base. I couldn't do any of the shopping there, any of those things.
Right.
So my in-laws were retiring to Florida and they sold their home in Skokie. And on their way to going down to Florida, they stopped in Clarksville. Okay, so the chaplain, Mitchell Epperson, at the time said, you know, I really want you to have some counseling and talk about this and talk about that. And my in-laws were only there for the week. And he actually said to me, he said, except for his parents being here, I would not marry you on such short notice, not getting to know you. Because there's a lot of different things from like differences in backgrounds.
So how long were you dating?
Very short period of time. I met my husband July 4th weekend. And I mean, he was away. Keep in mind, I mean, he was at Fort Sill.
Yeah.
So I dated him for 2 weeks and then he went away. And then he came and visited and then he went away. And then in December, he said to me, you want to come and help pick out a house, you know, in Clarksville. He didn't want to live on the base.
Right.
So I went. We selected a house and I moved down there in February. We're engaged April 1st and we were married April 13th.
Wow.
So maybe we dated out of the course of the 8 months, 3.5 months.